Hi, hello. Hi, everybody. Yeah, good to see you.
You.
Okay, the energies are strong, very strong. So very interesting. We'll see what's gonna come in today. I'm very curious. Um, yeah, let's start with me tuning into the energies. Hmm. Very fascinating. So like a minute before we started, I tuned into the energies, just sometimes I do that to kind of get an idea what's coming in today. Um, and basically what I saw was overwhelmed. And I was like, oh my God, what do I have to share today? But really what I saw was there's just a lot of different energy present in this reality right now. So a lot of different influences from like some are man-made energies, what's even the word? Um, what's the word in English? With the internet, like the energies we use for the internet, the wireless stuff. So these kind of energies, the electrosmog, we also have this word. So man-made energies. Then there are also energies coming in general into the collective, like these high vibration energies, what we've been also bringing into this reality for quite some time. So there are many of those coming in. And then also there are influences like the earth has certain energies, the sun, the moon, and so forth. So there is just a lot of also different planets. And right now it seems to be a time where there's a lot of these energies are coming together at once. And basically I got the message of overwhelmed for some systems. But then when I tuned into the energies now is basically what is preventing us to feel overwhelmed by all these experiences is when the heart is activated. It's not just us, but everybody really, like everybody who has their heart activated, um, won't feel these influences that strong or won't feel them at all, you know? And this is very fascinating because we're all here, we're all exposed to them. But for some people, it's like this nothing exists, like this experience doesn't exist. And for some people, they feel maybe tired or worn out, too hungry, not hungry, like all these different symptoms, a bit angry, stuff is surfacing. Um, yeah, and this is what the energies are doing currently. They really work on the heart, so activating the heart so that, yeah, we're basically, it's funny, through the activation of the heart, it's basically we're pulled out of the strength of the experience, or another way to describe it, yeah, we just pulled out of the experience in a way. Although we can't like completely be gone, or we're not completely out of it, but like a very big amount, let's say it like that. And so there is nothing to worry about. There is calmness in the system. So I see this is what this activation is doing. Calmness in the system. We just continue with our everyday life experience, and whatever is happening also is happening, but it doesn't really influence us, or to a very, very small amount only, and that's absolutely fine. Um, Yeah, but still, this seems to be a thing that right now a lot of energies are present and more to come, so that we are aware of that. But at the same time, with the support of the energies right now, we are, we've been activated on the heart level. That pulls us out of it, but it's really like it's very strong. It's very fascinating. Like it seems to be um, the energies that are coming in. They seem to be a lot. so compared to before. So it seems like they're a lot more than have ever been here before. And that's fascinating. And it will just, do a lot in this reality, bring up stuff, create new possibilities, new opportunities as well, new ideas. So it's very positive. It's very, very positive. At the same time, of course, a few low vibrational things are surfacing through that as well, as we know. But it brings in very positive changes on the long run. Yeah, and it seems that these energies are very scattered. So I like to use this word when they're not balanced. And really, what we want is we want to have balanced energies. We want that our own energy is balanced and in general be in a balanced environment. So not that one energy is stronger than the other. We really want to have a balance in all areas of life. This is when our human system functions in the best possible way, also when we feel the best. So this feeling of well-being is there when there is balance there. Yeah, and basically what I'm getting is that in this meditation that's gonna happen in a few minutes, we're gonna um, we help support to really experience this balance, to have a balanced system, and then it's another possibility of not being influenced by these energies that are present and are they honestly a bit out of balance, like they are scattered. But that's fine. And they're scattered. Why? Because there are so many different, it's different information, there are so much different information coming in. And like let's say nobody is organizing them, right? So the human has this way of it likes organized, it likes balance, it likes when things are organized. Okay, this is just our human structure. So the energies don't really have that structure, but the human likes that. So we're getting support on the human level in the meditation. Yeah, it's interesting, and it just seems that this is happening right now. So yeah. And then also what I want to share is, if we want, you, me, everybody, want to put our attention there, we experience more of that. And if we just withdraw our attention and focus on something we're doing in the present moment, focusing on the present moment, we're basically also not influenced, like we choose also, it's also a choice how much influenced we are by what's happening. Yeah. So that's very important. That's something actually very important that's coming through, that it's still our choice how much we're influenced by whatever is happening. So yeah, and then the peace is always in the heart. So when you feel it's your system specifically feels a bit overwhelmed, that's the word that came in at the beginning, or there is a bit too much going on, and just focusing on the heart is the fastest and easiest way to start balancing your system again. Just focusing on the heart or chest area. So that's basically the tool that we're given, because this was the activation before. This is what a peace is. This is what a balance is. We just need to focus on the heart, sit for a few moments to experience it within, and that's it. Very easy, very simple. Yeah, great. Interesting. So thank you for listening. um, I have a short announcement to make. There is no meditation next week. But I will upload a healing video on my YouTube channel, EM Healing. And I will also send out a reminder email and share the link to that video, so you can all meditate at the same time, or everybody who wants, and do the healing video together. And it's also, of course, available later on as well. Yeah. Okay. Then let's start with the meditation. And then afterwards, we have time to chat. Okay, enjoy. I start with opening up the energy field. And bring in light. Then I expand the energy field. Expanding the energy field helps to hold more light in the system, and also more awareness comes with that as well. So I'm expanding. The energy field can always be more expanded. It's a never-ending process. We can always carry more light. Light is higher information, and this information is transforming our system and also our life experience. Then I fill up the expanded space with light. Then I clear surface energies. Clearing surface energies helps us to be fully present in this meditation. So everything that we don't need right now, all the energies in our system that we don't need, we are removing. If they need to come back later, they can. And if they are not needed at all, they just cleared so that they can go. Then I also clear energies out of the level of the mind. Also, when this level is cleared, more light is entering the level of the mind. Mind becomes more quiet. Maybe you can feel how the mind level of the mind is being filled up with light. Also the body and the energy body and the area around us. And there's a lot of light present. And the energy feels quite intense. And I'm basically getting that the energy that's present right now is giving us our system a little bit of a stress situation. And it's just that, it adapts to the stress, to the strength of the energy, so that it feels normal when we, for example, experience energies like that again, or stronger energies, the ones I was talking about before, that it just feels natural or not really noticeable maybe. So the energies that are present are very strong and expansive. And you might feel, like I said, just a little bit stressful, a little bit uncomfortable. It's possible, maybe not. Maybe you have adapted already perfectly to that. Or maybe you need a few moments. It's also interesting to see that this stress energy dissolves identification very fast. So that the supportive one that's present, it dissolves the ego structure, it dissolves the experience of past future structure, this mechanism. It also creates the experience of a, let's say, more expansion, and also time and space basically is being dissolved in this energy. It's interesting that this is the stress energy, right? The stress energy basically helps to awaken the system. That's really fascinates me right now. And what you can do is just relax, if it feels intense, relax. If you feel uncomfortable, relax. If you totally enjoy it, yeah, relax even more. Perfect. This energy pulls us out of the known environment, of the limitation, of the tightness of our system. And this is what brings in the stress, which is amazing. This is exactly what we want. I pull you a little bit deeper into this meditation. It's just easier to let go, to relax more, and so forth. Pull you a little bit deeper. Then I open up the energy field more. Bring in more light into your system. So then there is a new light coming in on top of this one. So, every light that comes in is preparing the system. This happens in every meditation for the next step, for the next light or the next information or whatever. And now the next light that's slowly starts to come in. It's still more on the level of the crown chakra, so we wait until it comes in. But what I already see is an energy that really helps to bring in like it makes the system very pure. So the energies of purity. Also interesting, this purity contains, I mean, I've never really seen this before, but it's really like a crystalline energy. So it actually contains crystals, but it's on such a, it's still non-physical, right? So on a very subtle level. And I see that because our bodies also are made of these little crystals or parts, like also crystals, other stuff as well. But we're receiving new ones. Yeah, new ones. And they also help us, or they help us to, yeah, be able to deal with the energy chaos basically that's present or coming. Yeah, we're just prepared. We just upgraded for that. I see the systems, the energy field also, but physical body and energy field. So the systems are becoming stronger in general. Again, more resilient, stronger. Then let's say influences are can't be as influential anymore. So whatever influence is there, the system then stays not really influenced. And that's very amazing because within that, we can unfold more of who we are in this lifetime. Because, people who are influenced, they just use up their time dealing with the influence. But if we're not influenced, we can just be more of who we are in this life and just continue with what we're doing, what we want to experience more of. And that's such a gift. And with that, more of who we are can come forward. We will experience more of that, more of who we are in this life. It can basically show itself more. It can come forward because we are free of other outside influences. And so we can basically bloom and blossom. Maybe you can feel that from the level of the heart, that the strength is coming forward, this truth is surfacing. Your own personalized truth is surfacing more and more. Feels really good, feels very true. And what naturally happens then, we're expanding more and more, our system is expanding. And more of what's there already. And this is always very hard to understand for the mind, right? Like if it's there, why don't I see it? Why don't I experience it? Well, this is just because we have certain limitations and we are not as expanded. So if our system is more expanded, we can just experience more of what is there because there's a lot more there. We just can't perceive it yet. So naturally the system expands more. We can experience more of what's there. And what I'm seeing, what's there, is all just very amazing for everybody individual. It's what you are supposed to experience in this life from your openness and high vibrational experience. So the highest potential, basically. I see a lot of resistance from systems there. By the way, there are systems that still feel they cannot access that, or they don't know how to get there, and like there's just different energies. They're being cleared, by the way. And really what I'm getting is stop focusing on what you can't do or what's not perfect or what needs to be changed on your past, on the low vibrational stuff. You know, this is being cleared over time anyways. Like, put your focus on what you like to experience more of and in the present moment, right? So always what's available in the present moment. Also, let's say planning things that you would like to experience, like to do. Put the energy there. So the focus on what resonates, what you want to explore, what you find interesting, who you want to meet, where you want to be, something like that. How you want to start your day, how you want to feel throughout the day. And this is then broken down into like small everyday choices, like what kind of food makes you feel good, what kind of drinks make you feel good, how much rest do you need. And because there is so much information out there and so much possibility to put our focus somewhere out there, you know, news, social media, especially YouTube, other stories, you know, all the stories. We don't look within and look, what do I need to feel good? What do I need to be able to bloom, to blossom on the inside? And this is really the most important stuff we need to look at. And the mind thinks, oh yeah, but if I figure out this and if I figure out that, and look, you know, like it's very complicated, then life will be better, and then I will feel better, and then I will reach this or that. I don't know what your mind comes up with It just comes up with a lot of stories. They are not true. In the end, they take you away from what's really important. Focus on the present moment and what you want to experience more of and how you want to experience your day. And the energies that are present, they're supporting the change of focus, right? From outside somewhere, whatever that is, you know, wherever your mind goes, wherever the focus goes, and moves the focus within. Because in the end, you know, this is what creates the other reality. The outer life experience. You know, and the energies are very supportive right now, and not just in this meditation. In general, energies are very supportive, like more than before, because they are stronger and can work more direct, I guess. That what you want to experience more of, where you put your focus, it's just going to happen and very fast. And especially when there's still stuff in your system that needs clearing. I suggest being mindful what you connect to, because it can also bring up a lot of uncomfortable experiences, emotions within. And it's not necessary. And now this 0 point is approaching. It's the point I see. It's just where creation ends, and then beyond that point there is the true nature, so no creation. And this 0 point is also like a reset. It's a fast reset for the system. And within that, just a lot of the old stuff can just break away like that. The old structures, the limitations. Okay, so let's sit with this in silence for the next 25 minutes. there is intense work going on in our system, so that's really, really good. Just relax and enjoy it. Okay, we have finished. Yeah, that was a very amazing meditation. Felt a little bit like a workout as well, a lot for the system. Um, yeah, I just want to talk about it a little bit because it carries the potential for everybody's system here to be full, like to really, it's like a full reset to fully put you into the present moment and like everything else. So this, the I shared it in the meditation so that the information came through in the meditation, but that we can just focus, put the focus onto the present moment, on what's unfolding in the present moment. And because of that, so because of this reset, structures of the system were removed that, for example, create like the negative thoughts all the time or bring up like low vibrational emotions and tear us in a lot of different directions versus just being in the present moment. Um, and basically, this meditation helps us to be in the present moment without a worry, without a low vibration energies, and just coming from there, just operating from that perspective. This is exactly what we want, and this is what the potential of this meditation is. So this is absolutely amazing, and I really recommend doing this multiple times. And it was such a high vibrational meditation as well, and it's also interesting to see what we're creating here. So we create this extremely high vibrational space. Okay, we're all in it. At the same time, this space can be used for others to exit into exit. Yeah, this reality, and this is very fascinating. So it has nothing to do with our systems. So our systems, they're like they're there, but it's really the field that we are creating. And the framework of my sessions are always everything can happen that's for your highest good, my highest good, and the highest good for everybody. And so within that framework, this field can be used. And so I saw a lot of, and interesting today, um, light beings coming in. Um, and they are so high vibrational, like I still saw them as being so extremely high vibrational that they would never be able to enter this reality at all. Like it doesn't work at all. But because we're creating this space, this extremely high vibrational one, um, it's a possibility for them to come in, and then through this space they can work on this reality. They can send energies, but then they have to leave again. Like when, for example, this space wouldn't be there, they couldn't stay. Like they can't handle this low vibrational place here. Let's say it like that. But because we have created this, it's there for good in the on the spiritual realms. It's there. It's like I always say, it's like a library, and we created this, and then the creation of what we did today is there energetically. And so this can be now used as a pathway, for example. So very cool. This is just a side effect of what we do here. I just thought I share. Yeah. And also what I forgot to mention before, the next elevations upgrade is tomorrow. So just for, people, yeah, as a reminder. Okay, great, great. Hi, Sheridan. Oh, hang on. Now you can unmute yourself.
Hi, Eva. Wow, that was just incredibly powerful.
Mm.
Um, I'm wondering, I saw the light streaming through, and it had this beautiful sort of opalescent but bluish color. And as I could see it streaming through and watching it just sort of expand brighter and brighter. Um, the word Lemurian came through, and I know a lot of people talk about Lemurian beings, and I'm just wondering if there's a sense of these beings that you brought through today, if there's any origin story that they brought in with them.
Yeah. No, I didn't see anything of that sort at all, to be honest. I just saw these light beings, and yeah, and coming in. The thing is also, I don't really look into the story so much, so it's possible that, what you saw absolutely happened, right? So you experienced that, but I didn't look into that. So I just saw that this is happening aside because this is not the focus of my work, this is just like a side thing happening. And so, yeah, I didn't really look into it that closely, let's say it like that. So, yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, it could be, I don't know.
But the field, just like you said, it was just so strong and
Mm,
so resonant today. It was crazy powerful. Thank you so
yeah.
much.
Yeah. Thank you for being here and for sharing. Very interesting. And yeah, it was absolutely strong today. Very powerful. Um, Hi, Jill.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, that was amazing. I don't know if it's just me, but I was so uncomfortable. Like
Mm.
my body was like jerking. Like I felt like I was pushing out these like breaths, like a like what is that?
Yeah, I mean, this is what I said in the
Oh,
beginning. This meditation causes stress for the system
yes.
so that it can adapt faster.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I totally understand that you had this experience, and
Yeah,
probably a
okay.
few other people felt also uncomfortable. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so it's just normal. Just sit through it.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
sit through
try to
it.
relax, even though
Yeah,
it's uncomfortable.
yeah, exactly. But this was
Okay.
was kind of the theme of today's meditation, to give you this, to give our system like a boost so that when like more energies are coming in that we already like know, our system already understands, knows, and it doesn't feel uncomfortable then when it happens really, or we have
Yeah.
adapted. We have adapted. So yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
That makes sense. Well, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I definitely recommend doing it again, and you'll see the
Yes.
experience will be different. And also, the information that came through, I just summarized it. But yeah, it kind of talks about this a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
great. Thanks for sharing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Maria.
Hi,
Hello.
I have a challenge and I have a question how to handle it. My dog beside me, I think he is dying. Since Monday, he don't eat and drink. Today he's eating a little bit. But what can I do for him and how can I try to stay in my heart and stay in the present moment. That's the challenge. Always the present moment. But what can I do for him?
What I can offer you to do for him is go onto the Next Elevations website and scroll to the bottom and go to the button Help Others. And there you can just type in that your dog is dying or not feeling so well and
Okay.
so forth. And then energy will be sent for him. Through doing that, it's just your intention. So exactly the energy that the dog needs will come through. And then either it helps the dog to, if it's possible, to recover, or it will help him to like pass smoothly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey,
Hi, Nahuel.
hi. That's awesome meditation.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that for my sister too, to add her in the help some people
Yeah.
in your so yeah, she's got dengue and she's got fever these days, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That would work perfectly. Yeah. Hmm.
great. The ideal weight is working perfectly well, the enhancer. So I
Good.
lost my voracity, got kind of diminished. And
Yeah.
now I'm
Cool.
more, yeah, satisfied. And even though I have some cookies sometimes and, not very healthy, but I'm just feeling good.
Yeah, great. And it's all about balance, like we can totally eat unhealthy stuff as well every now and then. Like this is not about like, just eating clean or anything like that. It's really finding balance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
great. I'm happy
definitely,
that it's
yeah,
helping. Yeah.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And there's also a surprise for you and everyone here if they join. There's a song that featuring you. Um, uh, we both are in the song, so it's called Bolts of Love.
Hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, if you want to listen to it, it's already on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Just share the link in the comment section. I will listen to it
Yeah.
later as well. So thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you. Hope you like it.
yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
Nahuel. Very nice. Beautiful. Yeah, anybody else wants to share or has a question? And Nahuel, we could also share, is that the direct link? Hang on. If you want, just share one, like the YouTube or the Spotify, or so that people have the direct.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll share the
yeah.
link.
Okay, let's give Nahuel a moment so that you can share. If anybody else wants to share or has a question, please let me know. Hi, Michael. I mean, I don't see you, but I see your hand is up and I don't hear you. So I don't know if it was a mistake or.
Okay, thank you.
Ah, there you go. Hey.
Yep, earlier you were talking, I mentioned a 0 point, and
Mm-hmm.
it sounded like something that would be fun. But just could you go ahead and say more about that? And
Yeah,
thanks.
I mean, today it came in just briefly. So this is the point I see where basically creation just starts and but it's still in creation. So where we are beyond creation is holding creation, and then there is just this starting point. And this is an amazing point because it's like a point of total reset, also at the same time of pure potential, and at the same time nothing has been created yet. So that's the best way I can describe it. And if we connect to that point, it does a lot to our system. It brings us really this reset, and that's really good because old things can just fall away so fast, and limitations and old structures. And this was important for today's meditation because it was all about, really being in the present moment and coming from there and letting everything else just go, like just let the past go, let the future go, let all the stories and everything that's happening around us go. And it's really about focusing on the here and now, and from a perspective of, let's say, from a high vibrational perspective, from a perspective of our highest truth, being undisturbed and just living from that point in the present moment. And this is what the 0 point just helps or is very supportive to do that. So, but I don't know, like in past meditations, it had come in like 1 or 2 times, and also at the retreat, it was there. And this is actually was very interesting at a retreat. It was the Knittelfeld retreat last year. I was holding the space of the 0 point for quite some time. And it's so interesting because whatever you do in this point, so we actually were all in it, whatever you do in it, it doesn't leave a trace. And this is a very interesting point. So whatever you do, it doesn't exist at the same time. And we could really feel that. Like, yeah, it's a fascinating place to be, I guess. But yeah, it doesn't come in too often. So just a few times. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for your question.
So,
Sheridan or Michael, yeah? Are you still there? Yeah.
so 0 point uh, sounds like the Big Bang, the beginning of the universe. Like something that happened, and then we move on, up or down, whatever. But we're moving. But you're saying we can still access it, or that we're going to a new one,
I mean,
or
how I see it is there all the time. It has always been there. So it's not something new. It's just also there. So it's really just where creation starts and nothing has been created yet. This is basically the point, but it's already on the edge to creation. So it's not outside of creation. So it's already in it, but just before creation starts. So this is where I see it. This is all I know. I
Okay,
guess
thank
it's being used. Yes, I guess it's being used like this big reset or something like that. But I mean, maybe it's possible that like this 0.1 time comes into this reality and stays there for a little bit so that things can be reset. But I don't know. I have no idea. But this is how I can speak from my direct experience. This is what I know. So yeah.
thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Sheridan.
So, just dovetailing on the 0 point thing, I'm curious. There's a man who is quite extraordinary. His name is Sky Delacroix. Do you know of him?
Mm-mm.
He is very much talking about the 0 point and the 0 point field. And I mean, I just wanted to drop a pin in that for you because it might be interesting for you to see what his perspective is. And I would love to hear, in future sessions, if the 0 point comes back again and if you do um, interface with him in some way, you know, what that brings to the conversation. I can drop his name in the chat just so you have it, but it feels to me like there's connection here. So I just wanted to say that, and then collective moment of grace for Maria's dog.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I'm sure Maria appreciates that. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for mentioning the guy's name. And you know what's very interesting right now, let's say on my journey. So for me, it's really about what do I experience in the present moment, and it has to be my own experience. And right now, I'm not very interested in connecting with other people's experiences, opinions, or understandings of things. I used to, but right now it's very interesting. I'm just not at all. Like I really want to, like if I don't experience it, it doesn't exist for me. And yes, it might exist for others. And this is all like right now what I'm looking into. It's my present moment. And yeah, maybe it changes in the future, but this is why I really appreciate it. But at the same time, yeah, I'm not looking into other people's perspective right now. So, but thank you.
I
Yeah.
absolutely get that.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, but thank you for bringing it up. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Eva.
Hello.
Thank you so much. Today was very interesting. I really felt the struggle there. And a lot of what you were saying was applicable. I guess I would ask you two things. One is right now I've been a lot of things with my family of origin has come up. There's a lot there that I'm trying to let go of in the past years. There's been an acceleration in the last 3 years, and especially in the last half a year, a few months, but it's coming up again strongly. One of my family members lives nearby, and I help out with her kids a lot. And so it's very complex for me. And then it ties into trying to move forward with my life as well, which is also very complex and hard. There's a lot of things blocking me also from my past, also internally. What are my capabilities? And maybe I'm being held back because I don't have capacity to do more. It's all very complicated. And all of it has to do also with my mind. So, how much do I need to figure out in my mind what to do with what my sister says near me or the relationship with her, and also how to figure out how to move forward? Like, how do I do all these things? Are these things that I need to, like today was a lot of thinking, which I haven't had for a while, thinking and talking out in my head so much. And it's like, how do I figure out the relationship with her? And then moving forward with my life when I can't decide on directions, what is the relationship to thought with both of those? In other words, should I just keep on trying to not go there. I've been succeeding more in staying in the present moment or in peace and noticing when emotions or thoughts come up. But today was just overtaking me again, like the narration of all the stories and all the, like, what do I actually need to, yes, think about or pay attention to in order to move forward, both with relationships that I have and complicated things, but with my life. Like, how do I can't seem to figure things out, and I seem a lot of still constrictions of figuring out where to go and what could be good for me or what I'm capable of and all those things.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. And yes, there is a lot of thinking happening. I absolutely feel it also, and the way you talk. And the thing is, the mind takes you away from the present moment, and it can't figure out anything. Like the mind cannot help you to figure out your life at all. So I know it's hard, but it's the best possibility is to just drop the mind, focus on the present. What are you actually experiencing? Like when you are, I think was it her? I don't know the family member, like who it was, but the she. So when you are meeting her, like what's the experience? What is coming up in your system? So first of all, she probably triggers up with stuff within you. So this is unresolved stuff because she is just how she is. And she's perfect as she is, and maybe she might not be perfect from the level of the mind. That's absolutely, I get it. Or maybe she's a horrible human. It's also possible, but still, for her perspective, for who she is in this life, she's perfect. And she shows you what you need to work on in your system. And even though the mind tells you she's wrong or she's a horrible person or whatever, this might be all true, but still it's all about what is she bringing up in your system, because if that wouldn't be there, she can be however she is and it doesn't do anything to you, so you're neutral about her. And you would either decide then to like from a place of neutrality interact with her or not. You know what I mean? Like then you're free. You're basically free of, you have a free, what's the word? Like the relationship is free. So it's not, or what's the word? Hang on. It's, yeah, it's neutral and free. Let's say it like that. So this is why it's always about looking within your system and then thinking about what to do in the future and how to figure out your life. Again, it's all here in the present moment. Like you don't get other possibilities than in the present moment. You can only make choices right now for what is resonant right now. Like the mind wants to think about the future. It wants to have plans. It wants to have this perfect way of living. I don't know which it is in your way. But this is all an illusion. It's all just stories. It doesn't exist at all. So everything you have is the present moment. Get up in the morning, and the first thing you do needs to be something that's, I'd say it's uplifting, something that's resonant, right? And then the next step and the next step. Like we don't have anything else. We only have the present moment, and life will never be better than it is right now. Like it can never be better, you know? So if we don't change things in the present moment or make the choices that are resonant in the present moment, life cannot be better. You know what I mean? So this is where the lens is the present moment, also that the future has not been created, but from where we create the future from the present moment, if that's the best way I can describe it, although it's not, it's only a potential. So stop thinking, meditate more, try to quiet the mind. In general, meditate. I suggest meditating every day, at least once or twice, maybe do next elevation so that more stuff can be cleared out of your system. And then focus on the present moment. That's all you can do. Like you cannot make choices in the future or anything like that. The future doesn't exist. It's just a potential. And this is, I know this is very hard to understand when there is a lot going on. And so it's important to balance, to come to a place of inner peace, of silence. This is where meditation helps. And yes, in certain meditations, you will have, a lot of mind work, mind is going on. This is just because it's triggered. The energies are triggered on that level by the meditation. That's fine when this happens. But the peace has to be found within. You have to experience peace within, and then it reflects on the outside. So it's always about clearing and healing what's there. When somebody triggers something in your system, it needs to be worked on.
Yes, this is definitely triggering. Thank you for that. And it's definitely triggering so many things from my past. And I recognize that, and just so much anger and defensiveness and fear. If I don't answer, should I answer her? She wrote something to me. Should I answer or not? How to navigate the relationship? And I just can obsess about it for hours. Like, should I even answer her? Should I not? What should I say? Will she not let me help out with her kids anymore? Will I not have a family? Like, it goes on and on and on. What do I do when I'm triggered like that and the thoughts don't stop and the emotions don't stop? How do I work with them?
So you only act when you're calm. So wait. Don't act from the place where you're in or where you what you were just describing, because this is always like the place of turmoil, and nothing good can come from there. So always try to come into a place of neutrality, of balance. Again, this might take a day or two or three. Do meditations, do just things that you feel good about, that makes your body feel good. I don't know, go out in nature, go rest, just that like the trigger, the energies that have been triggered, that they can just move through, so that this is done already, and then you are in a neutral position again, and then you see the whole picture also totally different, the whole story from a different perspective, and then acting from there. Because when we act from this place of when we are triggered, this is the worst place we can act from. We only create more problems. We only create, the issues mostly come from there, So best would be just to wait, or tell her, this, I don't know what kind of relationship you have, but tell her, okay, you just need to sit on this for a day or two, and then you get back to her, or something like that, I don't know. Yeah, but it's always good to, this is why I say do a meditation. Like when people feel there is stuff in their system, whatever it is triggered up, do meditations, connect to the energies, so that you are in a place of calmness, of balance, of silence, and then come from there.
So if the thoughts are telling me, you need to figure this out, you need to figure this out, you're saying don't figure it out in this state, wait till I'm at peace and then try and.
Yeah, the thoughts just, I mean, I don't know if it's possible for you to ignore the thoughts, because, they have an opinion, and they will tell you a million different things from different perspectives. So basically, I would definitely say wait until you feel calm on the inside, and then you are in a different position, and then you can act from a place of neutrality or balance.
It makes sense. I was not able to not go into the thoughts today, but I'll guess I'll just try to fight them, and they're very convincing that I need to figure it out. But
it's not fighting, it's more like not believing them, because the mind can tell you all sorts of different things, but is it really true? Like when you look into the situation, like, is it really true, or is it just the mind having an opinion? And the thing is, this just needs, let's say, a little distance. So you need to have the possibility to also observe your system, to observe the mind. And this is also what these transmissions are helping you about over time, that you have like a very amazing distance between who you are and what the thoughts are and the emotions and the body, so that you see basically them surfacing within your system, but you see, hey, but I'm a lot more than just the thoughts. I'm a lot more than the emotions that are triggered, It's just expanded awareness. Yeah, and this comes over time as well. So
because I guess because for the past few days or weeks, I was able to like kind of be in peace. And then when something comes, I'm like, oh, there it is. But the peace was always there. And that was like something that arrived and left. But now it's taking me over.
yeah.
And it's like, so I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know how to get back to like peace. And those things are tiny. They're hours and hours. So I guess just sometimes it happens that way and you just have to wait till they leave, or.
Yeah, this is very normal also because first you said, smaller things were surfacing, they can pass through a lot quicker. And this one is, let's say, for your system feels more major, and also you hold it in because you believe it to be true. That's the
Yeah.
difference. Because
Yes.
before the little things, you see them, oh, that's a little thing, I can let this go fast, and then you just stop focusing on it, or whatever you do, that it leaves, right? But this seems very real for you, right? Very
Yeah.
you hold it in, and this is also why it's there for longer and why it's so overtaking. But yes, also at the same time, certain energies, especially the ones, let's say more core energies that need clearing, they when they surface, they are very overtaking. Yes, absolutely. And then it just takes a few days sometimes until they pass through, and this is very normal. Are you working with next elevations?
I was, but not anymore. I should go back to it.
I would highly recommend it because the next elevations just opens the system and grabs the stuff from the above, basically, so that the experiences of clearing, they are just very short compared to before.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I highly recommend it. Like just maybe do the 2 weeks free trial again. And then also there's the upgrade tomorrow. You could join that, and it's just very supportive. Like I can just highly recommend it because it's helping so many people, and the
Hmm.
clearing happens a lot faster, and sometimes so fast that you don't even know that it was there, kind of. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm. So you don't believe that processing has to happen on the level of the mind and figure out all these core things and why they
No,
keep
not
recurring?
not at all. Absolutely
Okay.
not. You don't need to know anything. It's just energies that need to leave the system. The mind doesn't need to be involved at all. So it's better not to involve the mind, because the mind creates the problems. The
Even
mind is the problem. Mm.
even with things that return, like things with my sister or things about my future, even when it keeps on returning, you're saying no, it doesn't need to go through the mind. Just
No,
let the energies pass.
just
Okay.
let the energies pass because you
Okay.
are in the present moment, and the present moment is exactly how it needs to be. Like you don't have anything else than the present moment.
Okay.
That's all we have. So everything else is just a creation of the mind, and it just means that there is more that needs clearing on that level.
All right. Thank you so much, Eva. Thank
Okay,
you.
yeah.
Appreciate
Wish you all the best. It will
it.
work itself out, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Thank you everybody so much for joining, and also for your questions and sharing. I really appreciate it. That was a very amazing session today, extremely powerful. I'm very happy that we can, experience that. So thank you everybody so much for joining, and see you then in 2 weeks and tomorrow. Okay, bye bye.